One of the other things that teachers can do for students is something that is called a benchmark assessment. A benchmark assessment is really a way to measure growth over time. It can be used as a beginning of the year or end of the year test. It can be used for measuring how do they do learning a particular standard or particular domain. It's pretty customizable. And so we want to show you how you can set one of those up today. If you come over here into your teacher dashboard and find the subject, and again, today I'm going to use math as the example. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on math, and then I am going to scroll all the way down to where I see benchmark assessment, and I'm going to click assign. And then the first thing it's going to ask me to do is to pick the class. If you have more than one class, make sure you're selecting that class up here. And then you can even select students, and this would be a place where your grouping report could be very helpful, as you could assign it to just a particular group of students for differentiation. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to select my grade, and then it allows to get me into a tree of options for domain and standard. Now, if you wanted to use this as a beginning of the year, end of the year test, you might want to do a select all, or select, maybe you take off financial literacy because you didn't get to it, but you're going to select all the things that you want. If you want to just get very particular, you might open one of these areas, and let's say we just want to see who's doing well on estimating length. Again, if you're not sure exactly what it is, you'll have a question mark here at the end. It's going to give you information about what does it mean when it says estimate length. You can view the standards there as well. But I'm going to take a look at this one. So I'm going to click on estimate length. And then what I need to do is I need to scroll down until I see the blue assign button. And I'm going to click assign. And what it's going to allow at this point is for me to customize the title. I need to click customize title if I want to do that. And then I can come over here and maybe I just want to, in my Google Classroom, stick to the same way that I have for organization with other assignments. And I'm going to say, this was assigned on 5/25. And then what I can do is I can just save it and use it at a later time, or I can even push it out to Google Classroom. And so let me show you what it looks like to push this assignment directly to Google Classroom. So if I click on Google Classroom, it's going to pop open a Google Classroom window. And you may have seen something like this in other learning systems, but it's what allows us to make an assignment directly there. So I'm going to click my Bissell Test Classroom. And then it gives me the assignment screen that I'm fairly familiar with. And so again, here's another place where I can choose the students that get this assignment. I can add some instructions. It's where I can add points, a due date, or even I can add this to a topic. And so it's in a particular area that my students are going to find it. And so if I just click assign, what it's going to do, it's going to post to the class. And then when I view it in my Google Classroom, you can see here in the stream that I have a new assignment. And if I come up here to look at classwork to get a better view of it, when I expand it, students would just have to click right on this link, and it's going to take them to the Freckle dashboard. Now, the students are still going to need to log in with their class code and their first and last name, but it makes it a little bit easier for your students to get to that assignment. What you might also know is that once students have logged in on a particular device, they are going to get a card here that will allow them to already kind of have the class code saved. And so I'm going to click on this teal down here. Then all they have to do is type in their first and last name. Bissell Test Student. And again, I'm going to click that teal arrow. And it's going to take me right to this benchmark assessment. Once the students have completed the benchmark assessment, you're going to start to see the data populate into your area for reports, and it's going to allow you to be able to make decisions as to, do I have students who need reteaching, or were there areas where a class was weak or strong in something that I've gone over. Hope this helps. We'll be covering some more Freckle topics in the next video. So have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.